The sentiments surrounding the impending resignation of Dr. Peter Phillips are many. Many also believe that the PNP would simply disappear if Dr. Peter Phillips resigns anytime soon. Some have also mentioned that the Jamaica Labour Party poses a by-election threat if Dr. Peter Phillips were to step aside as the MP for St. Andrew East Central. Sentiments in the St. Andrew East Central area that is held by PNP supporters is that even though the Member of Parliament Dr. Peter Phillips is a long-serving MP in the area could swing to the ruling Jamaica Labour Party if he were to resign as the MP as promised, and then a by-election would have to be called. This area, however, is a PNP stronghold, and the persons are, of course, loyal to Dr. Peter Phillips. The inner city community in the Maxfield Park area may ring hollow after a green tidal wave swept away the political fortifications of various traditional PNP seats, which included Kingston Central, Westmoreland Central, and Westmoreland Western in the September 3rd general elections. Many persons fear that the mobilization machinery of Prime Minister Holness, whose St. Andrew West Central constituency shares borders with Dr. Phillips's constituency, could launch the ultimate by-election assault and snatch victory, as the JLP did in Portland Eastern in 2019 and St. Mary's South East in 2017. According to many persons, despite what people want to say, this is one seat that the Jamaica Labour Party will never win. According to them, too many PNP supporters are within that specific area. This area, which was once considered a safe seat for the PNP, which is St. Andrew East Central, has been leading support to the JLP in recent elections. When Dr. Peter Phillips polled 6,941 votes to JLP's Beverly Prince's 4,016, and in 2016 he got 7,017 votes to Prince's 4,774 votes in this constituency. In last Thursday's general elections, the PNP won 15 seats to the JLP's 48. Dr. Peter Phillips carried the constituency by a preliminary count of 4,963 ballots over the JLP's Jody and Mary's 3,881 votes. Phillips has emerged almost two-thirds of his majority over the last three elections. While the PNP usually gets its greatest support from the Maxfield and Agley Park divisions, the base of the JLP support is in Cassia Park, where in 2016 it had a 528 vote advantage, even though Phillips easily carried the constituency, while the PNP remained dominant in the Agley Park division. A margin of 354 votes in 2016, it was in Maxfield Park that the PNP ran up the numbers for a 2,417 vote margin in 2016. According to many, the tradition of PNP in the St. Andrew East Central constituency remains strong. They have also stated that they are displeased at the lack of housing development in the area, but they do not believe that the JLP will get enough votes in the Maxfield area to mount a challenge in the event that Dr. Peter Phillips walks away from the post. According to them, there are too many traditional voters in St. Andrew East Central that will tip the scale in the PNP's favor. There are persons who think that the PNP will still win the seat because they have a stronghold in that area. They don't even want to look for an MP to do anything for them, but they would like for them to pay more attention to the physical infrastructure in the area. They have also expressed their displeasure with people driving through their communities and persons who wind up their car windows and look at them with disdain. Housing is also a great area of concern in specific areas of Dr. Peter Phillips's constituency. In 2018, Andrew Holness broke ground in Frog City for the $180 million Maxfield Park housing project. At that time, it was the first of its kind under the Community Renewal Program, which was being administered by the National Housing Trust. Full-scale infrastructural work on the project was to begin in March 2019. More than a year later, work on the site appears to be at a standstill, with only some pipes laid and a few mounds of gravel and sand as signs of a construction site. Residents there have stated that even if the housing project is completed, their vote will still remain with the People's National Party. In another area over by Hagley Park Road, residents have stated that even though they are not pleased with roadworks development in that area, they would not guarantee any politician their vote. Many also stated that Mary's close run against Dr. Peter Phillips was perhaps linked to a bounce from the multi-billion-dollar bridge building and road widening exercise. Many persons are grateful for that road work that was done in those areas of the community. Of course, many persons believe that even if a by-election were to be called, the PNP could not win, despite who they may run against. However, some persons are firm on their belief that this area is a PNP stronghold and that it will be retained by the People's National Party even if Dr. Phillips were to step aside. Some persons also believe that the Jamaica Labour Party seems to be more about assisting the people, and that is very good. Thanks for watching.